we run for office, whether you're Republican or Democrat, I believe, and this may be naive of me, but I believe that all of us run because we believe we want to do what's best for our towns and our cities and the state of Connecticut. If that means that the result is a bipartisan budget, I am 100% behind that. And that is always our goal, to sit down and have those conversations. And when the Speaker made the comments last week that he warns people not to do their own budgets, it was particularly upsetting to me because I believe that the best result for the state of Connecticut comes out of this building when we all come to the table with our own ideas. That doesn't mean we will agree at the end of the day, but we have to start there. And that's why we, once again, feel very strongly about putting this document forward and expressing why we believe our ideas and our vision for the state of Connecticut is the best vision for the state of Connecticut. I would hope that this doesn't end up being a year-long process. We know that there is a majority party in this building. If they cannot get their budget passed, then that's unfortunate for them. But I think the reason for that is because they know that the other vision for the state of Connecticut, which has been ours, is more common sense. It gives people of this state more safety, more predictability, sustainability, and faith. That is the difference. Somebody said to me last week, hope is not a strategy. I go, no, it's not a strategy. But you know what it is this year? It's a necessary emotion. You have to have hope that there are people in this state and in this building who are going to make the difficult decisions, the responsible decisions, and the common sense decisions to move the state forward.
Maybe the difference is between our budget and that's produced by our friends on the other side of the aisle. We believe what's very important about our document is the fundamental stability and predictability of budgets. Everywhere you go in the state, whether you talk to businesses or constituents, the issue is stability and predictability. And stability is the fact, can we afford the things that we're asking our budgets to do? Predictability so that people have confidence that our tax structure works, that we don't have those years with ups and downs and cuts and adds. That's the predictability, which grows opportunities in Connecticut, let people stay in the state, and let businesses know where they'll be from year to year.
As Senator Fasano mentioned, you have heard us utter those words, predictability and sustainability, and they're not just buzzwords. They are not just words that sound good when you do a press conference. They are words that not only individual citizens use in deciding whether they want to move here and, importantly, live here, but businesses must look at in making business decisions as to whether they should be in Connecticut or not. Because as we've heard time and time again, businesses do not trust the vision of the leadership of the state of Connecticut for this reason. If we do something today and people complain about it because they think it's bad for Connecticut, bad for businesses, bad for individuals, and we fix it today, there is no belief that that will not change back in 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or 1 year.
What does the Democratic budget kind of look like and do? Without going too much into the detail, it just looks like we're reverting to the past. First of all, it's not a balanced budget out of the blocks. It is not balanced. Our budget is balanced right now. Their budget is not balanced. They have to raise, if someone wanted to implement their budget, you'd have to raise over $300 million in taxes. So it is a bill that they're putting forth today that we don't have the money to pay. It's $70 million more than the governor's. So what the governor put out and the taxes that went along with the governor's proposal, this increases it by $70 million. In some towns, they have zeroed out state funding to municipalities. Now that is only those towns, selected towns. It's not all towns, and it's not ECS. It's pilot and things like that, which means those property taxes are going to go up. But you know, here's the problem. There are new programs in there. The free tuition is a good idea. We just can't afford it at this time. The state is strapped. We can't make a commitment. Every time this legislature, mostly by our friends on the other side of the aisle, makes a budget with promises, we revisit those promises and take them back. You can't do that. It's not sustainable in the fashion that's there. Their budget will ensure an ever-increasing tax consequence to the state of Connecticut for years to come. And to rely upon the volatile tax that currently plagues the state of Connecticut and go deeper down that problem is an issue that we have to move away from.
The volatility cap. The promise that we made was that those additional funds would go to pay down our unfunded pension liabilities. Our plan does that in a third, a third, a third. We're saying that we need to keep our promises to our state employees and to our teachers for their healthy retirement system. Those are huge lump sum payments that then provide savings, sustainable savings to our budget because of our lowered debt service costs. It is the right thing to do for Connecticut. It is tough medicine that this state desperately needs, and the fact that they want to spend it and continue to ignore $100 billion of unfunded pension liability is very shameful.
For many years, a lot of you guys have been in this capital for a long time. We've seen a lot of money come into the state and followed by the following year by major deficits. That's not the direction we should be going. In short, unfortunately, I believe the Democratic budget is simply an election year political ploy. This is politics. This is to promise to as many people as they can, knowing that these promises cannot be fulfilled in the future.